Hey guys, how you doing? I haven't been here in a while, but I want to jump right into this stuff here. So here's something that you need to know about this, right? Whenever you desire something or you want something, that's called an intention. Intentions are the most powerful forms of manifesting, because an intention sets the stage for your creation. Well, not creation, but your alignment. Hey, how you guys doing? Now look, one important thing that I want you to consider is this, and this will help your mind and ease a lot of stuff. I said this before, guys. Look, you don't create anything. You line yourself up with what's already created. You don't see that? So everything that has ever been created is already here. You just have to line your energy up to bring it into your space. Think about that for a second. You don't create, you align. What happens is most people are trying to create. When you're trying to create, you're messing up the flow. You're messing it up, man. You don't need to do that stuff. Now, we hear this as the law of assumption. Assume whatever you want is already here. And that is really true. Now, okay, why do we think we create? Why do we try to create? Creation is a product of our minds, our conscious mind. In our conscious mind, what we call the ego, or the conscious logical mind, it is constantly looking to solve problems or things. So it has a creation oriented mindset. Now, I can prove this to you that you don't ever create anything. And I can go into the laws of quantum mechanics or quantum physics. And let's do that. Let's jump into the laws of quantum physics. All right. So you know that everything in your world is made from subatomic particles, and these particles, we call them electrons, protons, neutrons, right? And within these particles, they're the building blocks of what we call matter. So, and when these particles become what we call a physical, perceived physical thing, it came from possibilities of the same thing. In other words, there were infinite possibilities already created. And then when I use my attention and I think about it, I use my imagination, I see it in my mind, that's when it appears. So I didn't need to create it. Remember, I cannot imagine, there's nothing you can imagine that hasn't already existed or created. So if I can't imagine it, it's not there. If I can imagine it, it's there. So there's this thing that's already there. It's like, it's in like a Lego form, like blocks. And what I do is I focus on it, and then what happens to these blocks, they like magically form and become a physical thing. Not magically, but through quantum physics, through some stuff that we don't quite aware of, but we know that they come together, and the subconscious mind has a play in that, and the universe brings them together, and they become your car, they become your house, they become all that stuff. So what I do is I always just look to align myself with what I want. I no longer look to create it. When I talk about creating, and use this to create that, it's just a form of language just to get things across to you. But the real truth is you don't have to create anything. It's already created. That means your dream life is created, the money you want is created, the success you want is already created. You just go ahead and line yourself up to what? Receive that stuff, right? So man, how do I line myself up to receive it? Well, it's about your energy now. It's about your focus. It's about your attention. Now, attention is your currency. Money, they say money is the thing. No, it's really your attention, because your attention can create money. So if you want to align with what you desire, your desires, or what you want, there's a couple things you have to do. Number one is you have to get into a habit, and a habit is the subconscious mind. I call it a operating system. You have to get into the habit of repeating that, either in an imagery part, in a writing part, or using the visualization aspects. Okay, so once you get into a habit of doing that with my attention, means I'm focusing on it, I'm thinking about it, I'm visualizing it, right? Then it'll start to align myself up with it. What else? At times, the feelings, how I feel affects what I'm going to align myself with. Now, granted, we cannot control how we feel all the time, but we are aware of what we feel, so we can decide to allow feelings in, or we can decide to just watch them fleet away. So my advice is to fleet away feelings that are in alignment with you. If you're feeling bad or feeling down, just analyze it's a feeling. Don't let it absorb you. Those things you're always going to align. Look, guys, the universe has these infinite channels. Okay, let's use an example. It's like when you go into the mall, there's a mall, and this mall has all these stores, different stores. That's how the universe works. All these stores, and in the stores, the products are already in the stores. I don't have to create any of the products. I go into this store, there's a sneaker store, there's a clothing store, there's the food store, there's this store, there's that store. That's how the universe works. But these things, they exist on frequencies, and different frequencies or vibrations. And then you are an electromagnetic being. You're giving off energies. You're constantly communicating to the store. You're saying, hey, I'm coming to the shoe store. I'm not coming to the shoe store. By how you feel, by what you think. That's how it is. So everything you want exists on a frequency. So you align yourself up with that. What else do I do? You meditate. Your diet affects that. What you eat can affect your vibration. How you feel affects your vibration. If you do more laughter, if you put more time out, these things affect your vibration, and then the more aligned. But okay, Mark, what is the biggest tip that you can give me that tells me that, hey man, I'm on the right path here? What would be the biggest tip? Okay, the biggest tip to make all this stuff is to be as optimistic as possible, to believe it's always possible. That will always guarantee you to line up with your desires. The more optimistic you are, the more the universe comes in and gives you what you want. The universe favors people or individuals who are optimistic by nature. It does. The universe simply looks for people who see the possibility, see the belief. They're optimists. They don't see the glass half full. They don't see the glass half empty. They see it half full. They see that they can create it. So why does the universe do that? Because the universe itself is an optimistic universe. It's an infinite potential universe. Anything you want can come in. It's a abundant universe. Lack and scarcity is a trained condition from the brain. Because the universe is infinite, you can create lack and abundance. But it's the main point of the universe is harmony. See how that works? Have I studied Neville Goddard? No, I'm aware of Neville Goddard, great teacher. He talks about the imagination. That's the most important part of this, right? Yes, you can listen to subliminal information without music. Right? See how it works, guys? So become the optimistic person, because the universe is going to favor you. Remember, you're in a universe. Universe. You're a universe. But here's the next thing. It's not even universe. It's multiverse. You're a multiverse. So whenever you see things and expect things to go right for you, they are going to go right for you, because you're affecting a field. Your awareness is creating this field of awareness, of consciousness, of being, and that's you all the way. So I'm here to encourage you, to tell you guys that, look, the universe has said, hey man, you need to go on, just make this video. And I said, okay, to let people know and let you guys know, because a lot of people are struggling to create. I get a lot of emails, Mark, how can I create this? I want to create that. Get that out of your head. You don't create. It's going to, when you start to use the word create, you're going to have a whole bunch of stuff in your ego. Now you're putting it on yourself. Yourself can't do this, guys. This is a higher intelligence here. It's your authentic self. The physical self can't create. It only can create based on the physical matrix is set up, or it only can create within that little spectrum. It can't create in the grand scheme. So don't look at creating anymore. Just look at, I'm aligning with what I already have is created for me. And it makes it so much easier for you to go out there and guess what? Get your dreams, get your goals, and live your life. And that's the message I want to relay to you today.